Mr. Rector, Mr. Walker, my name is Gustav. Welcome to the Lorraine estate. We are so pleased to be hosting guests from the US Embassy for tonight's soirée.
Thank you.
I understand you came straight from the airport? You will want to rest and bathe. The other guests won't be arriving for a few hours.
Do you mind if we look around first?
If you like, please, enjoy yourselves.
Look at this place. I should really change. Good thing Dexter sent us those tuxes.
Later. I want to get as much information on Alessandra as I can before the other guests arrive.
Yes, sir.
Alessandra Lorraine is the next candidate for Livia Drusilla. I need to investigate her to see if she's a match or not. The Lorraine's butler, Gustav. Might I have a word, Gustav?
As you wish.
When the embassy contacted you, perhaps they mentioned that I might need some information.
I am here to provide anything you need, Mr. Rector. Within reason.
Tell me about Alessandra.
She is lovely, charming. What would you like to know?
Does she have any hobbies or interests?
She enjoys many things in life. I'm sure she would be happy to tell you herself.
Tell me about Karl Lorraine.
Everyone in the household is very fond of Herr Lorraine. It is sad that he is not in the best of health.
Oh? What's the matter with Herr Lorraine?
It is not my place to say, but as you can see, he is well enough to have these parties in the house. For Alessandra's sake.
You said the party tonight is for Alessandra's sake. What do you mean exactly?
Well, Alessandra, being a beautiful young woman, naturally loves parties. But some of Herr Lorraine's politics have not been, well received. So they entertain at home and have trusted friends here.
Are you saying the couple is not welcome in society?
Oh, no, they are, after all, Lorraines. Only, it is easier to control the guest list in one's own home, and Herr Lorraine is too polite to argue in public.
Thank you, Gustav.
You are most welcome.
Alessandra Lorraine. She looks like the photo in my dossier. Excuse me. Are you Alessandra Lorraine?
Yes, how do you do? I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted making sure everything is ready for tonight. Have we met?
No. I'm Malachi Rector. I'm here from the US Embassy.
Oh, charming. I do hope you enjoy your visit to our lovely home.
I'm sure I will. Do you have a moment for a few questions?
Well, perhaps just a moment.
Tell me about your husband, Herr Lorraine.
Carl? Do you wish to speak to him? He's around somewhere. You might try the library.
I hear you have a young son, madame.
Laurent? Oh, yes. He is so sweet and so pretty. Of course, he won't be seen tonight. His nurse must have him in bed by now. So, are you enjoying your stay in Zurich?
I always enjoy Zurich. And what do you do with your time, madame?
Oh, I love to travel and see the sights, be out with my friends, and we entertain a great deal here at the estate. Oh, have you had some wine, Mr. Rector? Please, feel free to walk around. The gardens are lovely this time of the evening.
Thank you. Perhaps I will. Your husband is an important man. Do you enjoy political life?
Well, I do enjoy the people we get to meet, the heads of state and the celebrities, and I adore entertaining.
Thank you for your time.
Of course.
Mr. Walker,
Yes, sir?
Alessandra keeps taking her cell phone out of her purse. I need to get my hands on it and find out what's on there.
Right. If you distract her, I can lift it from her purse.
So you object to flirting but not pickpocketing?
I was in the military, sir.
Well, far be it from me to argue. Fine, just be ready. Glasses of wine. Probably a decent vintage, too. I believe I will. Excuse me. I was going to ask if those doors lead to...
Oh, my gown! Oh, it's ruined.
I'm so sorry. That was terribly clumsy of me.
I'm sure it was not intentional. Pardon me. I must change.
Très galant.
It worked, didn't it? Give me the phone. This cell phone belongs to Alessandra Lorraine. I wonder who Alessandra is angry with. If I can get her to go to that meeting, maybe I can find out. I need to encourage this rendezvous to happen. I should reply. There. That should get unknown to the meeting. Now I just need to convince Alessandra to go. She wants some sort of apology.
Are you comfortable, Carl? Good.
I would be more comfortable with a slice of the cake I saw the caterers bringing in.
I have no doubt about that. But you know it's bad for you. I see you have guests. I'll talk to you later.
Well, gentlemen, come in.
That must be Carl Lorraine. He doesn't look very well or very comfortable. Are you Herr Lorraine? I'm Malachi Rector. The U.S. Embassy called to say I'd be arriving.
I did hear something of the sort. Perhaps we can talk tomorrow.
I'd prefer to speak to you now.
I don't have the energy tonight, and I've still the party to get through. Tomorrow.
Would you like a Xanax pill? They're for anxiety.
Quite kind of you, but I haven't eaten. I really shouldn't.
Chocolate cake. It looks quite good, if you care for that sort of thing. Maybe I will take a slice of this cake. Might I offer you a slice of cake?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Are you feeling better now?
Quite. The doctors tell me sugar is bad for my health, but it does make me feel more alert, at least for a short time.
Yes. Well, before that buzz wears off, would you answer a few questions?
Very well.
Would you care for a Xanax? It would help you relax for the party.
Oh, well, I am tense. May I? Thank you.
It's a calligraphy pen. Do you mind if I borrow this pen?
Not at all.
I've heard you had some political difficulties recently.
You might say so. Switzerland needs to protect herself. Remove foreign influence and debt. She must shut herself down, like a turtle drawing inside its shell. We alone have the wealth to weather the coming storm, but only if we have the courage to say no to those who will beg for our help.
Noah and the Ark, is it? A man after my own heart.
My fellow lawmakers did not agree. The cut has hurt Alessandra worse than it hurt me.
I heard someone use the term 3 gongs. Do you know what that means?
It refers to the grandfather clock in the hall. It chimes 3 times at 1/2 the hour. Silly if you think about it.
May I ask after your health? You don't look well.
Well, that is honest of you. I had a heart attack 6 months ago, then pneumonia. I'm improving.
So glad to hear it. What role do you have in politics?
I served in the Federal Assembly for years, and then I was a member of the Swiss Federal Council. Unfortunately, no one wants to face the truth about the world. So when I opened my mouth too far, I was forced to step down.
I believe you have a son with Alessandra? How old is he?
Laurent, he's just over a year old. He's perfect. But I suppose all fathers think so.
Do they? How old was your wife when she gave birth?
Oh, well, let's see. We had been married a year. She was 22. Such a pity. I would have loved more children, but with my health as it is, and my wife being as she is, it will never happen now.
Tell me about Alessandra.
Ah, my pretty bird. She is lovely, is she not? Also flighty and fragile, with a weakness for flowers. I do enjoy spoiling her, even if she doesn't deserve it. What can I tell you about her?
Alessandra is quite lovely. Has she ever won any awards for her beauty?
If you mean a beauty contest, no. That sort of thing is not for people of our class. Both she and Helene did high fashion modeling for a short time. Perhaps that counts.
That's helpful, yes. What are Alessandra's interests?
Shopping, socializing. Such a pity she's been saddled with me. She likes to design clothes. She would love to have her own line. I could buy it for her, but she wants to earn it. As if she's earned anything else.
Does Alessandra have an interest in politics?
She hates politics. Can barely stand to have me speak of it. Well, I suppose I can see why it would bore a young woman like that. No, not all young women. Just Alessandra.
Excuse me for a moment, Herr Lorraine.
Yes, of course.
The woman on the left is Alessandra Lorraine. I'm not sure who the other woman is. They look related. The woman on the left is Alessandra Lorraine. I'm not sure who the other woman is. They look related. I believe those are jasmine flowers. There's a still life by Giovanna Garzoni that features them. That looks like the ribbon Alessandra had in her hair. Mr. Walker?
Yes, Mr. Rector?
About that panic attack I had in Paris.
You said you hadn't had one in years until recently. Do you have any idea what's triggering them?
No, but it feels like something I've kept locked up is no longer staying put. God, I sound insane. Maybe I am.
No, sir. I can't say I understand what it is you do, but you are definitely not insane.
How reassuring. I picked up some more Xanax in Paris, so hopefully it won't happen again. You know we're here to check into Alessandra Lorraine.
I do. Do you think she's the one you're looking for?
Some of her biographical data lines up. Her family background, her marriage. Well, obviously, or Dexter wouldn't have sent me here. But whether or not she's really a match, we'll have to see.
I know you'll figure it out, Mr. Rector.
Can I ask you something?
Yes,
Did you always want to be a soldier?
I did.
What I mean is, was there something specific that drew you into that profession? Dreams, perhaps? Memories?
No, not really. I just always liked the idea of being strong and protecting people.
I see. Are you particularly drawn to the medieval age?
No. But I like that movie with Rutger Hauer and Michelle Pfeiffer. Does that count? There's something you're not telling me. Something that happened in Paris.
There's a great deal I'm not telling you, Mr. Walker. But it's nothing you need to know.
Yes, sir.
I don't suppose we have time for more of your jokes.
Hey, there's always time for a joke. Great tension reliever. What did one ocean say to the other ocean?
Do tell.
Nothing. They just waved.
I must be losing brain cells. That was funny.
What did Batman say to Robin just before they got in the car?
I don't know. What?
Get in the car. What do you call an alligator who wears a vest?
Let's see. An investigator?
Well done, you. The past, the present, and the future walk into a bar. It was a little tense.
I think I like the puns.
I can see that.
All right, one more joke and that's it.
Sure. What did one military helmet say to another?
Something about being hard-headed?
Nope. You stay here. I'll go on ahead.
Good one. The garden has a formal layout, quite nice to look at, but I wouldn't want to have to pay the gardener. The statue is of Hestia, goddess of the hearth. White jasmine. Alessandra was holding jasmine in the portrait on the stairs. I'll take some of these flowers. This statue is of Hera, Zeus's wife and queen of the gods. Those flowers are hydrangeas, quite nice too. I'll take some of these flowers. There's a statue over there, but it's too far away to tell what it is. Pink peonies. They're often found on Chinese pottery. I'll take some of these flowers. Someone wants to meet Alessandra here at Three Gongs, but I need to convince her to come. Perhaps a makeup gift would work? What would Alessandra like? There are red roses around this statue. I'll take some of these flowers. That's better. It looks like a bouquet now. I'll write a message on the ribbon. What should I say? Forgive me. That should do it. I'll leave this bouquet where Alessandra can stumble across it. The bait is set. Now to wait for Alessandra to take it. That must be the 3 gongs mentioned in that text to Alessandra.
I still haven't entirely forgiven you, Gustav. You know you were flirting with the caterer. I saw it. Tell me you didn't mean it. That you love only me.
You're the one who is married.
But you know I don't sleep with Carl. It's not the same.
You're jealous of everyone, Liebling.
Oh, I can't help it. I'm crazy about you.
We'd better go. It's almost time for the party.
I can be late.
I can't. I have to answer the door, my sweet. Come on.
Well, that was an interesting data point. Another moment of your time, Gustav.
Yes, sir.
There was a lovely young woman speaking to Herr Lorraine in the library. Who was she?
That's Helene, Alessandra's sister.
Ah, I thought there was a resemblance. Tell me more about Helene.
If I can. What information do you need?
Is Helene older than Alessandra? Younger?
1 year younger, but she is older in many ways, if you understand me.
You really could be more specific.
Alessandra, she loves life, people, pleasure. Helene, she is serious, like an old woman. Of course, such a personality is very admirable.
Yes, I can see you're flushed with admiration. I have enough data on Alessandra to make an analysis. Are Helene and Alessandra close?
No. They have very different interests in life.
Thank you, Gustav.
You are most welcome.
I'm sure Alessandra is not Livia Drusilla. But I want to look around a little more before I finalize my report. Would you mind if I asked some more questions?
If you must.
Alessandra has a sister, Helene. What can you tell me about her?
She's beautiful and intelligent, passionate about politics and the future. She's everything Alessandra is not. Did you play that childhood game, Mr. Rector, where you must choose between two hands? One has the treat and one has nothing?
I didn't play childhood games.
Well, that's too bad. But to be blunt, I picked the wrong hand.
Excuse me for a moment, Herr Lorraine.
Yes, of course.
That's Helene Bernadotte, Alessandra's younger sister. There's something else here. I can feel it. But I need to touch her hand to be sure. Pardon me.
Yes?
I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Malachi Rector. I'm with the U.S. Embassy.
I am Helene Bernadotte. So pleased to meet you.
It looks like this will be quite the party you're hosting.
It should be a pleasant evening, but I can't take any credit. My sister Alessandra hosts the parties. She enjoys it.
And you? Surely you enjoy it as well.
It usually provides me with some interesting conversation, yes?
Tell me about Alessandra Lorraine.
What about her?
You're Alessandra's sister?
Yes, I am.
Tell me about Alessandra.
My sister is very much as she appears. Perhaps you should get to know her for yourself. But you might do better to speak to her husband, Herr Lorraine. He's a fascinating man.
Does Alessandra always sleep with the help?
Who are you? What business is it of yours?
It was a simple observation.
I would ask you to keep it to yourself, if I could trust you to do so. Carl doesn't need any more scandal.
I have no intention of telling anyone.
Then why did you tell me? What do you want?
Good question. Will you be having an escort join you this evening?
No.
Then you must be single. It's hard to imagine a lover would allow you to attend such a function alone.
You are very forward. But I don't believe in jealousy. Either both people understand what they're getting out of the relationship or they don't. Jealousy serves no purpose.
I quite agree. Excuse me, please.
Goodbye, Mr. Rector.
Helene is not happy with me at the moment. If I try to touch her now, she's liable to smack me. Helene's glove. She dropped it from the stairs. You dropped your glove.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Would you allow me the honor of putting it on?
No, I don't think so.
Very well. I apologize for upsetting you earlier. I do have a tendency to blurt things out. Of course, I won't mention what I saw between Alessandra and Gustav to anyone.
I would appreciate that. I hope you are sincere. I worry about Carl, Alessandra's husband. He's had a difficult year.
I saw you checking on Herr Lorraine earlier. I hope he's not too unwell.
He improves daily, but we're still quite worried about him, of course.
It must be difficult. I trust with the care of his family he will soon be in excellent health.
Thank you. I do appreciate hearing that. Mr. Rector? Is he all right?
Yes, I knew it.
What is the matter with him?
He gets headaches. It's all right. Nothing to worry about.
I'll be downstairs if you decide you need help.
What happened? You okay?
I saw her. Livia Drusilla. It's Helene.
Wow. You're sure?
Yes, but I need proof. I'm going to do some digging, see if I can get into her room. You go to the party and keep an eye on her. We need to guard her until Dexter takes over.
Right. I'll watch over her. Good luck.
My instinct tells me Helene is Livia Drusilla, but I need data to back it up. I need to learn more about her and prove my intuition. These flowers are still fresh. The only reason a woman would throw away an expensive bouquet like this is if she was angry, which is probably what would happen if I ever tried to send flowers to a woman. There's no reason to carry the flowers with me. Positive pregnancy test. Helene is pregnant. That's highly suggestive. I'll take this with me. It's an important data point. Helene's desk. This magazine seems important to Helene, but I'm not sure why. Perhaps she's interested in the summit. I don't need to take it. "3 months. That could relate to Helene's pregnancy. Euro 3 conference, Markham keynote speaker. If that's Senator Markham, then Helene is about to meet him. Interesting. I don't need to take the planner. I can remember what it said. That notation is interesting. They seem to be coordinates of some kind. I think I'll take this with me. Helene's cell phone. That should provide some interesting data. I don't need to take the cell phone with me, but I do need to see its contents. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. These pictures are an unusual choice for a young woman. Helene seems to have a fascination with deep space. I'm not familiar with telescope technology, but this looks expensive. Helene must be serious about astronomy. Looks like you can connect a device to the telescope. This was the last thing Helene was looking at. I'll grab a photo of it and see if I can identify it. Helene wrote down these coordinates. I'll take a photo and see if I can identify the constellation. Helene had these coordinates on her planner. I need to identify them. This is the last thing Helene had looked at in a telescope. I need to see if I can identify the constellation. Natural sciences. Someone has quite an interest in astronomy. There's a book on constellations here. Maybe I can find out more about them. I could look a constellation up if I had the coordinates. I'll look up these coordinates. That's Cassiopeia. I'll look up these coordinates. That constellation is called Draco. I'll try the name of this constellation. That's it. Her password was Cassiopeia. I need to find out who sent these messages. Who could trace that number? I'm glad I saw what was on the cell phone. Those text messages are from René Corbeau, the current president of France. René Corbeau, president of France, Helene's lover and the father of her unborn child. This confirms the vision I had on the stairs. Helene is Livia Drusilla. I'll text the new information I've found to Dexter.
S'il vous plaît.
Merci. No, don't drink.
He's a man. He's drunk. Oh, how sad.
No, I haven't. But I.
No.
Stop! Help! Someone! No. Get up! Get up! David!